Right, hi guys, and welcome back to the Moan Yorkshireman. Welcome back to the chair once again. Here we are. Unfortunately, no rants from me this time around, but I thought I'd do something a little bit different and sort of like get you to all sort of to understand my musical taste, so to speak, I guess. I did a video a few years back about 5 artists that you need to see. I think it was during COVID times, actually. About bands that I really saw, that I really enjoyed, and that included people like Blossom, Stereophonics, Circa Waves, people like that, Coldplay. So mainly household names or bands that you maybe didn't know back then but have become an household name since. So I thought this time around, obviously while I go to a lot of gigs and attend a lot of gigs, there's obviously a lot of support acts as well, and some of the support acts I have seen through the years have been absolutely incredible, and I've ended up latching onto them just as much as I enjoyed the main act themselves, and I go see them touring now, and it gets a very, very expensive hobby of seeing all these amazing artists. Sometimes you go to a gig and you're like, please be a shit support band, because I've really not got the money to be able to buy more t-shirts, buy more CDs and vinyl and things, but most of the time they end up being really, really good. So yeah, this time around I thought I'd show you 5 more artists that I'm really loving at the moment, a couple of honourable mentions as well. But yeah, no particular order as such, just how I get them really. So we're going to start off with the first one, which is Pet Needs. Now this is a really off piece for me with Pet Needs. These are absolutely phenomenal, absolutely incredible guys. I've not heard anything about them until they supported the lottery winners on their 2023 tour. So it's only just over a year I've known the guys, but my oh my oh my, they've done so much in that 12 months. It's been absolutely unbelievable. This is their most recent album, Intermittent Fast Living. Got to number 17 in the charts. That was a massive team effort by everyone that was in the fan club of theirs. They were aiming for a top 40. Didn't think they'd maybe quite reach that with the, you know, the audience that they've got, and obviously the small audience that they had at the time. But instead it charted at number 7 in the midweeks and got number 17 in the end. So yeah, fantastic album as well. Every single song on that is absolutely stunning. The guys are absolutely fantastic. They're incredible. It's a punk band, as I mentioned, which is not something I really thought I was into, but it's, I don't know how to describe it. It's, for me, Pet Needs are punk, but the kind of punk that I'm able to listen to, it's not all shouty all the time, and it's not all everything's fucking shite kind of vibe, you know what I mean, and fuck this, fuck that. You know, they've got a song on this track, the last track, called Bury Together, which is just absolutely stunning. They've got the Primetime Entertainment on that album, Primetime Entertainment. That song is absolutely ridiculous. And then even the faster stuff like Fingernails and Age That You Were are all absolutely incredible. Trip is another stunner off this album as well. But yeah, basically Pet Needs, if you've not seen them, go see it. The most loveliest people you'll ever wish to meet. George and Johnny, the 2 brothers that front it. And yeah, absolutely fantastic band really. Genuinely the nicest people. So lovely on stage, so lovely off it. The fan base is incredible as well. They're called Fractured Party People for the fan page on Facebook if you want to go join them. But give them a follow and buy an album or 2 of theirs, because they're stunning. That's their 3rd album now. But yeah, they're absolutely incredible, our Pet Needs. I love them to pieces. Great guys, and They do really well in America. They're really broadening their horizons now. As mentioned, a top 40 album, a top 20 album even with that one. And yeah, deserve all the success that's coming their way, because they're just such lovely people. Next up we have Andrew Cushin. This is his EP, You Don't Belong. I have got his vinyl somewhere of the album, which is Waiting for the Rain, but I can't find it, so that's the CD version of it. Yeah, but Andrew Cushin, another guy I saw him at Stockton Calling, which is a sort of a day festival where loads of smaller, multiple music venues have their own headline acts and have acts on through the day, and you just pop between the two. It's absolutely great. First saw him in 2022 doing the Stockton Calling, and then later in the year supported Lottery Winners. There's a theme, I know, but Lottery Winners have some fantastic support bands. But yeah, you know, so Andrew Cushin is stunning. His voice is stunning. There's a 2nd album on the way as well. Yeah, he deserves all the success possible. He is such a great guy. Songs like 4.5%, with just incredible meaning to him personally, and to share that experience in a song. I won't, I'm not going to spoil it. Get on his YouTube, get listening to it, get on the Spotify, get listening to it, buy the album, and just basically enjoy it. Wall Flags is really upbeat, some really upbeat numbers in it, and then there's some really slower stuff like Memories, and he's just a great guy. He just is a great guy. Always puts on a fantastic show. When I first started seeing him, obviously he did have a band, but the shows I saw him, it was on his own with just him and his guitar, which is exceptional. But then when you add the band to it as well, it just goes another level. And every time I see him, he improves with each passing gig. He gets better and better and better. And honestly, I think he's going places. Well, I think all of these people are going places. And, he's on that ladder to becoming a well-known artist in a few years. Absolutely. This second album, I'm sure, is going to slap just as much as that first album did. It was highly anticipated, and it did so well. It was so good. Yeah, absolutely stunning. So, yeah, Andrew Cushin is, again, a fantastic guy. Seen him about 10 times live now in various guises of supporting festival slots and also his own headline gigs as well. And each time it's something different. He seems to gain confidence with every passing gig, and he's just coming on leaps and bounds, and I can't wait for the second album. When it's announced, I'll be pre-ordering that and buying it and whatever else. But yeah, honestly, great guys, Andrew. Get the vinyl, get the CD, get the album, and get watching him at gigs, most importantly, because, these are good listening to him like this, but then when you hear him live, it's another level again. So yeah, highly recommend him. Check him out and enjoy. I'll put all the links actually to all the guys that I'm talking about in their YouTube channels. I'll put their pages below, so you can have a quick listen, watch the music videos as well, and get to know the person behind it. He's a great guy, really is. Next one we have is the Lilacs. The Lilacs. Now this is their EP, which is Grace and When Happy Hour Ends at the B-side. Already well sold out. I've got copy 123. I couldn't have done much better than that. And what's nice about this is it's obviously a lilac coloured vinyl, but then it comes with a personal handwritten note. That one's by Sam with a lyric from Grace, of course, which is I don't know where to look, I don't know how to feel, I don't even know if this is real, which is fantastic. So yeah, really personalised, really, again, absolutely stunning band. Grace, for me, when I first heard it, it was the song that made me fall in love. Found these via Stockton Calling again, and by my one of my gig buddies, Susie, who was just basically hammering to me every time I saw him. The gigs, they're like, have you heard of the Lilacs yet? Have you listened to the music? And I don't have Spotify because I don't agree with it, because I just think, there's artists out there that put all their money out. Spotify make all the money and the artists make fuck all. So I don't agree with it. So no, I don't listen to them on Spotify. I will do YouTube just about. But obviously with smaller bands and things where music videos aren't as common, there's a lot of budget goes into music videos and things. You can do them a lot cheaper now with obviously self-editing. But yeah, the guys, Lilacs, I was like, no, I've not seen them yet. So she's like, you need to see them. So Stockton Calling, they're on the same bill as when the year Andrew was. Saw them, instantly blown away. And I've just recently come back from seeing them at the O2 Ritz in Manchester, which was their biggest headline gig with 1,500 people there. It was a sellout, it was bonkers, it was balmy. I got covered in cider. There was a massive mosh pit. I'm too old to be moshing now, too fat as well. But yeah, it was just such a good vibe from start to finish. Arcala, the first support band on as well. That's another new band I'm going to be supporting and ticking off my list because they were stunning. They were absolutely sublime as well. But yeah, it just added to what was already going to be an incredible evening. And again, it's another band that takes themselves to the next level, the next level, the next level. And I honestly believe the sky's the limit with these guys. They've recently signed a record deal as well now. So that's good. There can only be good things coming their way. They've got a 395 Forever EP coming out next February, I believe it is, or next March. So yeah, another thing that I've pre-ordered every variant of vinyl, CD, cassette, whatever else they've got going. But yeah, honestly, great bunch of guys, and highly recommend you check out the Lilacs. I honestly think sky's the limit with these guys. Really, really do. Next one is Crystal Tides. Absolutely fantastic. This is their EP, The Middle, with my favourite song of theirs on it, One Night in Paris. Recently come back from seeing them in Nottingham, and where else did I see him? Where else did I see him? Leeds, Oporto in Leeds. Fantastic venue is the Oporto. Absolutely love it. But yeah, Crystal Tides, their EP, The Middle, is absolutely cracking. Highly recommend you check the guys out. Just, again, a great bunch of guys on and off stage. They work really hard. They appreciate what they do. They just love the music. They're so good live. They're funny live as well. They've got banter in between the songs. Some of the songs are really deep and meaningful, like this one on the EP here called The Middle, and it's written about Billy's friend that passed away from cancer really young. So it's deep, it's meaningful, but again, they've got really upbeat songs. One Night in Paris is a stunner. Honey, Backbiting, there's just so many. So yeah, Crystal Tides, I highly recommend you check them out. Based down in Portsmouth, so don't often do gigs up north. I say don't often. I have seen them enough times this year. But yeah, I'd love to see them a lot more, obviously. But their main shows and their bigger shows tend to be down Portsmouth way, because that's where they're based, which is understandable. But yeah, I can't wait to see them again. Can't wait to see them soon. And hopefully there's more to come from them. But yeah, that EP is a stunner. And I can't wait to see them more. They're really, really good. Really good. Highly recommend you check them out again. And then we have EEVAH. Absolutely fantastic album. This isn't quite an album, actually, I should say. Another EP, Simplify Life, EEVAH. They do also have a CD which is called The Closest Thing to an Album, which is 10 songs on the CD, which were all just put out as singles or maybe a little EP earlier in their history. There's a couple of songs now that they don't play anymore, but yeah, if you can get a hold of that copy of that CD, mine's in the car and it's not coming out. So, but yeah, EEVAH are fantastic. You might recognise this guy actually. You might think, oh, he looks familiar. That is Richard McNamara of Embrace, and he's joined forces with Nicole. And they've also got a new drummer as well now called Faye, which is fantastic that they've got the drummer. Again, it takes it to another level, and these are just, again, just such a good vibe. Songs like Wild Things are amazing, Promises are amazing, Can't Breathe, amazing. And then you got songs on here which is just, Say It's Just Us. Notice You is a slow song, but love it. And again, fantastic people on and off stage, absolutely love them. And yeah, they've got a tour in March next year, so buy your tickets for that. There's a lot happening at the beginning of the year, next year I should say, and it's wiped my finances out quite substantially, but who cares? It's only money and it's a bit of fun, isn't it? But yeah, EEVAH, Nicole, Richard and Faye, the drummer now, are just great. I don't know how, they're sort of like an 80s kind of vibe with the music. They did a cover of Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill, before it was popular again. I would like to add they were doing that cover in 2022 and Stranger Things, or 2021 even, and Stranger Things was out. When was Stranger Things out? 23, 22, when it became #1. So yeah, I reckon EEVAH made it famous before Stranger Things did. Famous again anyway, I should say, because obviously it's a fantastic song in its own right. But yeah, that kind of gives you the sort of vibe that they go for, like a Eurythmics kind of sound here and there, but they have their own unique twist on it as well. I've seen them quite a few times live in support acts and support slots, and also their own headline shows as well. Earlier this year in April they did a tour, and I managed to get to see them 5 times throughout that tour, and each night was just fantastic, just really, really good vibes. So yeah, EEVAH, definitely check them out. I'm not sure if this is still available on vinyl or not. I know it's available on CD, so you can get the CD equivalent. And like I say, if you can get hold of that copy of The Closest Thing to an Album, it's got 10 tracks on there, which are great, all really good. And you definitely need to check them out. Tour in March, I'm sure there'll be more music coming from them soon as well. And yeah, that's EEVAH. Then we're going to do a couple of honourable mentions, shall we say. Honourable mentions. So this is Jamie Woodin. Absolutely great young guy. Him and a guitar, that's pretty much it. Saw him in a pub in February this year. Known about him via The Lottery Winners. Good friends with The Lottery Winners. This is his first EP, or an early EP, called Missing Peace No More. and he said, do you want me to sign it? I was like, no, don't sign it, keep your grubby mitts off it, because every artist I know signs all the merch, and then it's rarer to get an unsigned copy. You know, all the smaller bands and artists, and I think it's really nice that they take the time to sign everything and, you know, get their hands on it and like, oh my god, you know, isn't this cool? But yeah, like things like the lottery winners and obviously Crystal Tides and EEVAH and Lilacs, most of them that you've seen there are already been signed by the band. I was like, no, keep your grubby mitts off it, Jamie. I want mine an unsigned copy, so it's rarer than the signed ones in the future. But again, an absolutely fantastic guy. This has got 4 tracks on it, and his biggest sort of hit, if we can call it that, but his most known song is Two Kids, which is stunning. Again, I'll leave a link down in the description to his YouTube channel and his relevant contacts, etc. But yeah, check out Jamie Wooding, absolutely fantastic. I hope he does some gigs again soon, or get some support slots again soon, because I can't wait to see him again. Absolutely great guy, and deserves all the recognition he can get. So yeah, that's Jamie Wooding with Missing Peace No More. I don't know if he's got a website or not where you're able to purchase this. I know it's available to buy at the gigs that he does though, so if you go check him out, I'm sure you'll be able to pick up a copy of that. He's got t-shirts as well and stuff, so yeah, buy him and check him out. And then the last but by no means least in terms of honourable mentions, I've been wearing the t-shirt anyway if you can read that, it is the Jack Fletcher Band and their most recent album, The World of Colour. Again, absolutely fantastic. First saw these in Bridlington, supporting the lottery winners, and there was about 40 people there. It was really, really like small gig, like massively undersold on tickets, and I felt so sorry for him, because obviously a support slot is trying to like get their audience growth, you know, and lottery winners didn't deserve 40 people anyway. They deserved a lot more people in that room, and obviously I was more gutted then for the support act that they'd not had, you know, quite that, you know, they wanted to play to more, which is understandable. But yeah, the Jack Fletcher Band, World of Colour, is a stunning album. There's loads of tracks on it. Is there 17 tracks? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16... Yeah, 17 tracks on it. I mean, that, it's on their page. Again, I'll put websites and links in the description below and everything. But there's some absolutely fantastic songs on there. Jimmy is one that's really, really growing on me. Heard it live at the Gorilla Beer Hall in Mexborough a few months back when I saw him at their headline gig. And that song was brilliant then, and I was like, oh, I'd love to hear that, and sure enough it was on the album, and that's been a real big grower for me. Carousel's a great song. What's the What Are You Waiting For? That's a stunner. But yeah, they just absolutely fantastic, and look at the colours of that. The World of Colour, it is quite literally. I've got a vinyl on the way from them as well, so I've chased them up about that because I've still not got that actually. But yeah, yeah, World of Colour by Jack Fletcher Band, absolutely cracking. The vibe for these is very Stereophonics-y vibe. I would say if you like Kelly Jones and you like Stereophonics, then you'd love Jack Fletcher Band. He actually recently did a cover of Stereophonics' Stop to Fill My Car Up. That was mint. That was absolutely mint. It was a great, great cover. He absolutely nailed that. So yeah, absolutely fab guys. Love them to bits. Got the t-shirt, got the CD, got the vinyl, got the cassette, got everything. So yeah, check them out. You'll enjoy them. They've got a couple of dates coming up in March again, funnily enough. I'm not sure if I can make the Barnsley one or not that they've got on the 21st of March, I think it is, because I'm on my way back from Paris. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work, whether I'll get home in time or not. But if I am home in time, you can be sure I'll be going to see them. So yeah, check them out, Jack Fletcher Band, absolutely mint. And then we've got a couple of cheat codes in, just for good measure as well. Kodaline, where the bloody hell have you gone, guys? I can't wait to see you again. The Irish band Kodaline, you'll know them for their song All I Want, which has recently achieved 1 billion Spotify views. So they're not exactly a little band. They tour a lot in Asia, tour in their home country, of course, in Ireland. I haven't seen them since 2019 though, because I'd just love them to come back anywhere in England. Anywhere in England will do, Codline. I really hope there's something on the horizon for them again. Their last music out was a EP that came out in 2022, which was a reintroduction or redo of their earlier classic songs such as All I Want, Brand New Day, High Hopes. The One, Honest, things like that. So yeah, that's the last time they've done anything. Their last album would have been 2020, I think it was, which was One Day at a Time. Stunning album. Say Something on that is incredible. But yeah, Codline, where have you gone, guys? Love to see you again. Honestly, fantastic band. Check them out, support them, and try and encourage them to come back to England and do some tour dates again, because I'd love to see them again. Absolutely love them. And then last but by no means least, I've been talking about them enough this time anyway, haven't I? Lottery Winners, just a quick shout out to them, because anything to do with music, I can't not mention the Lottery Winners, can I? This is their most recent album, of course, Anxiety Replacement Therapy, got to #1 in the UK albums charts as well. Let's not forget that. And they're hoping to make it 2 #1 albums with their new album, Coco, Keep On Keeping On, coming out on the 21st of February next year. So, again, I'll leave all the links down. Pre-order. There's loads of variants available, of course, to try and help them get to that #1 spot. There's dates in December to go see them over Christmas, and there is their tour in February as well as a European tour in March. So, quick mention and a quick shout out to the Lottery Winners guys, of course, as well. So remember, that was basically a load of bands that I love going to see at gigs. That's basically it. In no particular order. I couldn't order them because they're all fantastic. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. The most important thing with this is let me know the bands that you're listening to right now. The bands and artists that you absolutely love and adore. Maybe you've gone to a gig and seen them. Maybe you've bought their recent album. Let me know. There's nothing off limits. It's all about music. We've all got a different love and a different taste. And I never thought I'd get into punk. And yet here we are talking about Pet Needs and how great they are. So, you know, I'm open to everything. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below who your favourite bands and artists are right now. And if there's any that I particularly like, then you never know, we might meet at a gig. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And as always, much love.